hier. Round of 16, UEFA Champions League. What's your prediction for the game today?
Well, looking at the Laurent Blanc's composition for the game today, it's really puzzling that all of a sudden we're playing with David Luiz for the first time in the season in mid-defensive. So to me, it means that this is new. It may work, but given to what's happening here now, really, I think I'll be happy with 0-0, 1-1. I think it's going to be difficult. We cannot allow Chelsea to score more than one goal. And last year, even it was enough for them to go by. I think we have the potential to score two. But the way we've been playing, the way Chelsea has been playing as well, I'll be happy with a tie at home. And it has to be a low score, 0-0, 1-1. If it's just, to me, if things work really our way, of course, a 2-1, I take a 2-0. But, with the potential way Chelsea has in attacking, as with the Fabregas, now in midfield, and Hazard, and Acosta, this is going to be very tough, especially with, a new role for David Luiz.
Un petit pronostic pour le match PSG-Chelsea.
Alors pour moi, le pronostic, ça serait plutôt 2-1 Paris, avec un but d'Ibra et le deuxième, je sais pas.
Ça dit Rabiot tout à l'heure.
Et peut-être Rabiot, mais il est pas là.
2-1, je pense aussi. Bon, on va pas trop espérer, mais bon, 2-1, ça serait déjà bien. Au moins une belle victoire.
Alors moi, c'est pas pour faire comme mes potes, mais j'avais prévu 2-1 aussi. Ouais. Non, c'est vrai, c'est vrai. Je pense que 2-1. J'espère qu'on va pas se prendre un but à domicile, mais je pense que vu la physionomie du Paris Saint-Germain en ce moment, c'est probable. Après, on espère une grande équipe de Paris qui va savoir être là dans les grandes compétitions comme à chaque fois en Ligue des Champions en fait. Donc on se rappelle tous du 3-1 de l'année dernière avec ce but de Pastore incroyable. Donc on espère que ça va être pareil cette année.
On est à New York. Est-ce que vous pouvez nous dire un petit peu ce que ça vous fait d'être à New York pour ce match-là et votre impression du Legends?
C'est juste génial, être à 6500 km de Paris et pouvoir trouver un bar où il y a autant de supporters parisiens, c'est juste génial quoi.
Ouais, on attend, on va craquer. En tout cas, moi, je vais prendre ma carte de supporter bientôt parce qu'on est encore là quelques mois, donc non, super ambiance. Même à Paris, pour avoir vu beaucoup de matchs de Ligue des Champions dans des bars, c'était pas comme ça, donc je préfère même mater les matchs ici qu'à Paris.
Your reaction after the first half?
Alright, so my reaction from the first half is we played pretty strong, but the little mistake cost us a goal. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna pressure a lot more in the second half, and maybe Lavezzi or Ibra are gonna equalize, and maybe we're gonna do 2-1 after all. So, allez Paris!
I cannot say I'm very disappointed. I was kind of expecting this result. It is probably not such a bad result for PSG. I think we played very well. I think we had opportunities to score a second goal. We couldn't do it. But I think we were playing even game with Chelsea. We even dominated most of the time. And I think, it is still a good feeling to come out with, we were able to tie, which was not easy because Chelsea scored on the first opportunity. They didn't really have any threatening opportunities again. I think we were lucky to score. And I think, you have to keep some positive attitude about this. And I think eventually, the players think we can beat that team. And up in, over there in Stamford Bridge, we have a chance. We scored one goal. The pressure is going to be on Chelsea to score another goal. And then we will see. We score a second goal because we had opportunities this time. I think, Chelsea is going to be really in trouble. So I'm not that, disappointed. I think we play our game. We have many more opportunities. And I think, you have to keep a good outlook, positive outlook on this game.
I agree. I think 4 days ago when we were here after PSG Caen, we were all thinking the worst possible scenario, which did not happen. So, it was unfortunate that they scored on their only, I think their really only chance. But I really like the fact that we scored early in the second half and we pushed throughout the game. I think in the second half we really dominated. So at the end of the day, I think we have a really good shot. I think we have to score 2 goals to Chelsea. I think if we score 1 goal, it's not going to be enough. But I think overall we proved that we can play against the best teams in Europe. And the other good thing is, I think if we had to choose between PSG and Chelsea in terms of battle of who made the most noise at Legends, I think PSG definitely won that. So
Yeah,
that's the good news too.
Yeah, definitely. I think, we have to thank all the people that came for us here. I mean, we were, a minority here, but we made more noise. We had the loudest things. And in the end, when you had a little bit of shuffle in the bar, we still managed to keep our own. So I think, it's good. I like the interaction with the Chelsea group. I'm welcoming it. I think, and I think this time, last year we can, we had to concede defeat, but I think this year we may have a chance. At least in Legends, we'll come up on top.
So who was the man of the match?
I mean, Cavani scored our only goal. I'll give him that credit. I think actually David Luiz played pretty well in the middle. It'll be interesting to see if he stays in that role and if he can transition that. But I think David Luiz, I'll give him credit for his first game playing in the middle against Chelsea, or I should say middle position like that in a very long time. I think he did very well. I think defensively, overall, we played pretty well. We just had really one lapse in concentration, which was costly. But I think for me, it's going to be, I would say probably Cavani. I mean, he could have scored that second goal, but he was able to put out that header in for the goal.
I agree. I think, I think Chelsea really was lucky to score that goal. I mean, the guy put El Pigeon in the back, doesn't know who is that happening, and he happens to have a header from somebody else here. It didn't look like, it was a lucky goal. I think Chelsea also got good saves. I mean, Courtois had an amazing game, and it's true that, he's part of the team. He's a good, excellent goalkeeper, and probably Mourinho is going to praise him for the way he played, and he kept his team in the game. But I think, because really Sergio was not tested at all in that game. No. All he had to do is look at, the ball in his net, and that was it. That's what he did. You don't have to re-save the ball. You don't have to make a big, saves anywhere. So, I think eventually, maybe he did one save, you're right. But really, I think, we have a good shot. And obviously it's going to be another story Stamford Bridge, but if we play the way we are, we still have 100% chance to go through. And I'm really positive about this.
I think Courtois played a very good game for Chelsea, and he was in the right spots at the right time. So if it weren't for Courtois, I think we could have possibly had 2 goals. I think at the end of the day, Lavezzi didn't play fantastic. He at certain points he held the ball too much and should have passed it. Verratti, I think overall played pretty well, but he made a stupid foul at the end. For me, Ibra was his own self, but didn't create any tremendous opportunities. So I think for me, it was probably Cavani. If only we had not conceded that 1 goal, I would have given maybe one of the defenders, but for me, it was Cavani.
And really, I think, at the beginning of the game, give a little bit of credit to Laurent Blanc because he's been really, hammered lately. Really,
I agree.
by the press,
Absolutely
and by the fans. But really, he was able to, he put a team with David Luiz in defensive midfield. Really, that nobody expected that. I think it worked out okay.
I need to say one thing. I believe that this time, uh, Paris is going into Chelsea, like knowing that they have to score a goal. No, it's just better than last year. Like last year, they were playing. We play a tie, like it's going to be fine. So they're playing on the defensive. This time they have to score a goal. So I think they're going to go in with a different mentality, and they're going to be a lot stronger, like going into Chelsea.
I agree a lot.
And the big difference is that this time, I mean, hopefully, thank God we're gonna have Ibra there, which is a huge difference to me for the game out there in Chelsea and Stamford Bridge. I really think that Ibra we're gonna score the winning goal, and then it's gonna mark and you have all the English press really say that finally Ibra is coming out and have a big game in the Champions League.